They're
Woo.
locked in at this point. They know exactly what is at stake. An opportunity of a lifetime for Mr. Henry Chao. Was so close, few times around, has that regional championship from the seniors division way back when, and has reinvigorated himself with an opportunity in 2024, that NAIC top 8 run with the unusual Gardevoir list at the time, top 32 at Indianapolis, and he's bringing it back. Maybe just sleeved up a few new different cards, most of the bravery charms.
Yeah, has been in school, has come back, bringing Gardevoir to our table once again, performing so well with it, fresh off that NAIC top 8. But Ciaran Farah choosing the lucky seat that he just won in top 4. Now gonna have to do it once again here in our finals. But look at this star-studded accomplishments list here for Ciaran Farah. Hailing from Canada, of course, representing all our Canadians. We see a top 4, 2 top 4s, I should say, top 8 as well for Ciaran. And now in the finals here in Baltimore, ready to face off against Gardevoir with Lugia V-Star. Ciaran's gonna have to bring out all the stops in this matchup because Henry has gone undefeated so far this tournament, has just cleaned up a 2-0 on a Lugia V-Star in top 4. Will he be able to do it again, or will Ciaran Farah just prove that he is by far the best Lugia player here?
He's certainly trying to do just that. We'll see if the prize cards have anything to say about it. Solo chop, little Chino, double DTE on the other side. Little dippity action. Those double earthen vessels could be pretty relevant, actually.
That is a bit awkward.
We've seen games where Henry struggles to find those initial energies.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to point that out. Henry Chao, we got to see him on the stage just before, I think it was the game 2 against Rowan. Just could not find energies.
Can I attack with anything?
But he still won that, which was crazy.
Yeah,
so who knows, honestly, what could happen.
That's how you do it at this stage. We are underway here. We're getting things going. And I mean, I guess you could start off this way if you want. We're going aquatic.
Aquatic, 2 blue cards starting off our Masters finals here, but it's not going to be all blue for very long here as Henry Chao putting down these purple guys.
Oh, well, I thought you were hinting towards the pink. There's a secret box in the opening game.
Hey, we saw, oh my gosh, the secret box was so cool. Sorry, I'm just remembering back to the match we saw it played already from Henry. I believe it was in one of the opening turns too, and it was used very well from Henry. So having that in the opening hand, but not doing anything with it. It's just the Ralts. It's just the concealed cards. And then we're over to Ciaran now. Starting with that Lumineon V, sort of unfortunate there. But that Capturing Aroma is going to hit a heads here for Ciaran. So that's going to allow for an evolution Pokemon to be sought out of the deck here. 1 Archeops in the prize cards. Several energy there for Ciaran, as well as that Boss's Orders and Little Mouse. But we'll have to see where Ciaran's going here. Did you get a look at the starting hand for Ciaran? Is it looking all right?
I mean, I could share that with you. It's
go for it.
It's gonna be Ciaran's favorite play.
No way.
His absolute favorite play.
Again?
Again. He's got it once more. It doesn't look great with the Lumineon start, but he doesn't care because once more, Double Chop's Ultra Ball is waiting in the wings. He's going to search out a Lugia V-Star, and that's because his hand is just that good.
What is this Canadian plot armor, Kyle? I gotta know. This is like, what, the 4th game in a row here for Ciaran?
His deck is just drenched in maple syrup, and it just keeps bringing us victories left and right.
Exactly. I mean, you love to see it if you're Ciaran here. I'm sure we're going to see another one of those fantastic smiles that we saw taking the win in our top 4. But Lugia V is going to come out first here for Ciaran, as we already saw a look into the deck as well. So identifying the resources that he will be without, locked in the prize cards. But that is going to be it. That's our initial turn here from Ciaran. Has the Lugia V out, has the Lumineon still in the active. Henry going to draw straight away with concealed cards, getting those psychic energy into the discard pile. That's what we need to see here from Henry. There's a lot of cards to use here. Gonna have to see a 3-card discard for that secret box. It is, what is in the box, Kyle? What's he going for?
There's all sorts of cool cards. I like the item card specifically. That Buddy Bunny Poffin would be super. You also have the tool, the supporter. You could go Arvin. You can really just get everything from this stage. And as long as your prize cards will help you out there, which it looks like they will, there's that potential for the TM Evolution if you want to go down that route, or you can go super aggressive, go for the Candy Gardevoir, and just start chugging along, take some prizes.
Yeah, that Ralts has been sitting there for a turn. It is ready for some evolving action here. But as we see these cards being drawn out, we're finding out what is in this secret box here for Henry. We have the rare candy for the item card, that TM here for the tool card for Henry, TM Evolution. Now we're still finding those extra cards here.
Yeah, the TM Evolution could honestly be Ultra Ball fodder at this point, and we'll see if that's the case.
Took off a Band-Aid? Is that what just happened?
That is a top-tier play, and you got to look out for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, opening the wounds up. Everything's on the table here now, Kyle, for Henry Chao.
Yours is covered in maple syrup, mine's in blood.
Exactly. Both these players earning their keep here in this match. We're going to see this Ultra Ball being played now for the fodder you were talking about. Gardevoir EX being drawn out of the deck thanks to that Ultra Ball rolling around here. We see the rare candy already.
Does Henry have a flight to catch? I mean, what is happening here? Look at this. Gardevoir never goes this aggressive, but he's got an opportunity that he doesn't very often see.
Hey, you were talking about, Kyle, how did Henry take a 2-0 victory on Lugia? Maybe this is the strat here.
Yeah, beat him up.
Beat him up. Pokemon League headquarters coming into play here, increasing some requirements for our basic Pokemon if they want to attack for an additional energy. Henry Chao had that Professor's Research, fresh 7 cards here now. I mean, he's going real fast.
I love it. There's a couple different routes you could go this way. Yeah, I see Pheasantipity, I get excited, but maybe you don't want to give your opponent an opportunity for a 2-price knockout that is around that 220 hit point marker. That'd be bad. So you go for the Scream Tail instead, and with the Buddy Buddy Puffin, not only can you get aggressive and start taking prize cards with the Gardevoir, but you also can start to set up the reserves, get the Curlia for next turn going after you bench those Ralts.
Yeah, we're setting up here indeed on Henry's side of the field. We already have that Gardevoir EX, the Scream Tail coming out as well, thanks to that Hisuian Heavy Ball here. Of course, shuffling up those cards, putting them back into the prize cards. Hisuian Heavy Ball, nice at the top there for Henry, so able to get some other utility out those prize cards down the line. Double Ralts here, thanks to that Buddy Buddy Pop, and as you mentioned, Kyle, that's exactly what you want to see. You just want Henry to establish the board as much as possible here. And I'm liking this strategy so far. It's going pretty swell.
Yeah, I mean, you think about Ciaran's strategy. So often it's turn 2, Iron Hands, attacking in, stealing prize cards, and if you can get 2 attacks off, 4 prize cards is an insurmountable amount of prizes
look at that.
on 3 turns. Instead, Henry knocking out Fish,
so
setting up a Pokemon with so many hit points.
We're here in
Ciaran
Baltimore.
needs all the answers.
We are here in Baltimore, and like you said, Kyle, seafood, it's the #1 pick here, and Henry is going to utilize that. What was the online username? I eat food or something?
Yeah, Eat Food 86 or something.
Eat Food 86.
He's just ripping fish out of the Chesapeake right now, and it's working for him.
Henry Chao taking things down nice and early here. That Miracle Force from the Gardevoir EX accelerated those energies with the Psychic Embrace, takes out those 2 prize cards as soon as possible. And Ciaran, now, after losing that Lumineon V, was a liability. Unfortunately, was the starting Pokemon, but still able to get this Lugia V-Star out. Now going through the deck with a Nest Ball. As you said before, Kyle, we had a pretty wild starting hand here. So Ciaran's got some play, but losing that 2 prize card Pokemon so early definitely hurts.
I'm curious if Ciaran feels comfortable going for super aggro Weirdeer in a spot like this. Maybe you can pull out the Buck and take a big knockout and surprise this Gardevoir. It's
true.
It's rare to find an opportunity to deal that much damage, but
if anyone's going to find the lines, I feel like it's Ciaran Farah, that is for sure. Lugia V-Star, of course, getting charged up here. Gift energy, double turbo energy. That's 3 total energies required for the 4 needed from the Tempest Dive that we're going to be seeing from Ciaran. And that was only 1 Primal Turbo, of course. Still have another one to utilize for the turn. But first, it's going to be a Professor's Research. 7 fresh cards here for Ciaran, as well as the Mesa Goza coming into play as the Stadium now.
still an opportunity to deal a big chunk of damage to this Gardevoir, and also remove the Mesagoza from play after you get a flip attempt. We'll try that out
We're gonna
now.
see lots of flips here. Ooh, it is a Tails, so no Mesagoza usage, but I think I saw a bunch of other flip cards in the hand from Ciaran. We're gonna see the Primal Turbo here first from this Archeops. Lots of energy, per usual.
Yeah, get used
Kind
to
of the
it.
name of the game.
This is how Lugia operates, and you have to consider all of your resources when you start to use each and every one of these energy cards. You already have a gift energy loaded up, so if there was a surprise big knockout from a Drifloon, you're prepared. You can draw those additional resources. Yeah, your opponent's going to go down to 2 prize cards, but there's a world where you can Iono and come right back.
Yeah, it does have to pick and choose which energy are going to be brought out, and it is going to be that double mist energy to charge up this Lugia V-Star here in the active position for Ciaran.
Just eyeing up a few of these big resources. And I think the play, yeah, you just have to punch through. And it lines up for Iron Hands potentially to take this Pokemon out. Your opponent has to have the Curlia this turn. If we see Henry start to draw big, he's got the resources too. Earthen Vessel for a couple Psychics.
Oh
Radiant
my
Greninja
gosh.
lining up for a few more draws. You find these Stage 1 Pokemon, it's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's just so much psychic energy already in play. And that was also with the double prized Earthen Vessel. Of course, one of those was drawn off of, and that was the one that was just played to discard another psychic energy.
Another
there
rare
for
candy.
Henry Chao. And look at the hand, too. So many cards in hand. We see the rare candy coming out. Gardevoir EX, number 2 on the bench here now. Screamtail coming down as well for Henry.
Okay. Does the strategy shift from this point? You're not knocking out Lugia. You can use Screamtail, target down that Archeops if you want to reduce some of the energies flying into the board, or you could take down a big threat like that Minccino that could turn into Chinchino, knock out anything on your side of the board.
Yeah, that is pretty scary. Right now, it's just a cute little mouse, but it can change real quick. Once we see some energy go down and evolution, it could get dangerous here. So, like we said, Henry Chao just faced off against the Lugia V-Star. So, obviously, whatever strategy he chose for that match worked out pretty well. And we're going to see Iono being played now.
He wishes it was Lumineon, or just another easy prize card to take.
Yeah.
But kudos to Ciaran for playing another clean bench and trying to set up these situations where you have to play the prize map a little differently.
Yeah, not giving Henry Chao any outs here in this matchup. But Iono being played, both of our players, Ciaran drawing into 6, Henry 4 additional cards. We've seen the refinement here now from that Curlia on the bench. Buddy Poffin as well coming down, bringing out another Ralts. Henry is just setting everything up here now, Kyle.
Turn 3, double Gardevoir Curlia with 2 prize cards taking, aiming for 3rd, maybe 4th. Like, how do you get to this point with Gardevoir with only your first refinement just right now?
Exactly. I mean, I gotta say though, Henry, the entire Limitless page it's actually only Gardevoir. So I guess
he eats.
Yes, eats indeed. Henry Chao knows how to operate this deck, and it has only gotten better with the attackers that it has gotten.
My bird.
And yeah, Screamtail being one of those. 4 energies going down onto the Screamtail, taking out that Archeops, taking a prize card off of it, and now it's up to Ciaran to respond.
Yeah, where do you think we're going here?
I wonder.
We're throwing hands.
Yeah, we are
in the parking lot.
We're throwing some hands. We are getting violent here, Kyle, on this stream, but in an electric type of way. Iron Hands EX, of course, with that legacy energy, huge coming down onto it as well. It is so gross if you think about it. It takes extra prize cards. It reduces its own prize cards.
Yep.
I mean, that is just dirty.
Then don't scream at my bird. This is your punishment.
Retaliation.
Yep. And there were 2 chances there. I mean, you could realistically have used Boss's orders, knocked out a Gardevoir, and gone for a couple extra prizes. I do like the strategy of using the Iono, trying to slow down an opponent who has seemingly found everything.
Popped off.
Maybe they, with the 1 refinement, will slow down just a little bit.
Little bit. We're seeing the hard retreat for thanks to that double turbo there on that Lugia V-Star. Iron Hands EX coming into play. That's what Ciaran needs to do here. Take some extra prize cards, knock out these single prize card Pokemon, but they're not single prize cards for very long. That's Screamtail. It took a knockout, but it's getting knocked out itself here as well as Ciaran Farah now. 4 prize cards, Henry Chao, 3 left to take. Gardevoir EX coming back up into the active position. This is our unhealthy Gardevoir now that we have here. Concealed cards, we're playing quick. That was the Iono hand we were working with, but now we have a couple more refinements, drawing 2 additional cards.
And looking for a little bit of help. Professor Turo, perhaps?
Some Turo?
Great way to remove all of this damage from the board.
Yeah, that'd be
Open
great.
up that bench space. Find maybe a cute little balloon.
Oh, we're about to blast? Blast off?
Got balloon ready to go, but not going to remove this damaged Pokemon from play. There is Ultra Ball, so if you wanted to dig a little deeper with the Curlio, you could, but it's a lot of resources to throw away at this point.
Well, we're just seeing that those energy go back to the discard pile now. Hard retreating this Gardevoir EX onto the bench here. Balloon Blast lined up on this Drifloon. It's got the Bravery Charm attached. It can take all of this damage and deal it back. 30 damage for each damage counter that this Drifloon takes here from Henry Chao's side of the field. This is how Gardevoir works. It takes the damage and it deals the damage right back at you.
And what do you do in a spot like this? You have 4 prize cards remaining. If you're Ciaran, you have to handle Drifloon, seemingly, because it's going to knock out whatever's going on the other side. And you need to take EX knockouts from this point of the game. You probably have a 2-turn clock.
Yeah, this is going quick here between these players. Henry Chao has set up a board. He's only got 2 prize cards left to take, and Ciaran is being put up against the wall here now against this such a strong Gardevoir player in Henry. Ciaran has to choose what he's going to promote here after that Iron Hands EX did go down. Of course, thanks to that Legacy Energy helping out with the prize map a little bit, but honestly, the prize map was already set up for Henry there, so it didn't even matter.
Walked right into that one.
Yup. And we're just going to have that Chinchino in the active position here now for Ciaran. 1 Archeops to work with. Remember, the other one went down a couple of turns ago. And now we just have one Primal Turbo. Of course, this Chinchino has been shining all weekend. Actually, was not really shining for Ciaran, unfortunately. Too soon, Kyle, too soon.
Yeah. Where were you?
Yeah. Oh, well, we're going to see the manual attachment here, that gift energy onto the Chinchino. Special roll, of course, 70 damage for each of these special energies onto the Chinchino, but Primal Turbo is going to put the gift energy and a double turbo onto the Archeops as well.
Yeah, you see, not able to take the knockout just yet with the Chinchino. A little bit short there if you go for the Gentle Slap.
Gentle Slap.
And, that means you're probably taking the knockout elsewhere. And you're not handling the big threat, which is the Drifloon.
Exactly.
Which means if there's a boss's orders looming, a Luminion, whatever it is, you're in trouble.
I know it's scary, but hey, at least we get a couple of prize cards here. We'll have to see what was taken for Ciaran there, but Gardevoir EX finally going down. That dangerous Drifloon heading back into the active here. Ciaran Farah, 2 prize cards left, but Henry Chao also on the other side with 2 prize cards and a very scary Drifloon on the board.
Okay. Thinning is winning at this point. What resources can you start to go down with? I mean, you have a chance to draw a little more. Radiant Greninja, Curlia, Ultra Ball for another Curlia. Just keep flying to find the boss's orders.
Henry Chao starting off with this refinement. Arvin going to the discard pile. We see a second Curlia now thanks to that refinement. We're going to just refine some more. Psychic Energy being drawn for Henry. We're going to see those concealed cards.
Oh, he finds the boss's orders anyways.
Off the concealed cards. I mean, that was 6 cards being drawn here for Henry, and that's going to be it. The boss's orders here is going to be the ticket Henry needed to take those last 2 prize cards from Ciaran Farah and take this first game in our set here at our Masters Finals in Baltimore.
Oh, the sequencing was getting so scary at the end, Boo. Was just not flying through, didn't use the Ultra Ball to search out Curlia, ends up drawing into double Curlia. Those could have been any other cards at that point.
Yeah.
You had Buddy Buddy, maybe you could have thinned out the Klefki. Who cares? Card 6 was boss.
Exactly, and that's all that we needed. 6 cards there, and the 6th one was the boss's orders. That's what Henry needed to take that win, but this is a quick recap of where this match went between our players.
This was ferocious. What a start from Henry. Turn 2 Gardevoir, attacking, knocking out a Luminion V, follows it up by even more damage, and then whips out the Scream Tail, knocks out the Archeops, puts so much pressure on Ciaran, leads into the Iron Hands on the one side, but that's just a simple balloon cleanup, and from there, Henry's just eyeing up 2 prize cards. He's just a boss away. Ciaran tries to come up with a cute play there, has the gentle slap to take a knockout, but can't escape fate, and card 6 is waiting for you.
Exactly. I mean, this is just so many people have given up on Gardevoir, and Henry Chao is on our stream right now proving how strong this deck can truly be here, even into this format. Has not taken a loss here in Baltimore and is up 1-0 now in our Masters Finals with Gardevoir after a long break, I believe, from Pokemon as well. Coming back, bringing Gardevoir back. And this Game 2 is about to kick off between these players. Ciaran Farah will be our first opponent to make some moves here in this Game 2. We're going to have to see how it goes, but Henry Chao played that so comfortably, and Ciaran, it wasn't misplays. The cards were in his favor there. He couldn't keep up.
Right. I mean, he was playing too fair at that point.
Exactly.
It's sure enough, it's just the aggression that we see from Henry was devastating on that side, and it looks like he might have another one of those hands cooking.
Oh, yeah. Are we going to see another Ultra Ball double Archeops? I mean, I would just be like, no way at that point, Kyle. There's no way.
For Ciaran, he's in a little bit of trouble.
Oh,
to see these prize cards, double chops, double DTE, the legacy energy as well.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, this isn't great.
Oh my gosh, what is this? 2 double turbo, 2 Archeops, the legacy energy, and a capturing aroma. I mean, that's rough. That is not how you want to start off a Game 2, but especially in our Masters Finals here. There's plenty of time on the clock. We're not used to that with our Gardevoir players. It usually goes pretty slow, but when you're facing off against Lugia, you have so much opportunity there.
All right, put on the sad face.
Go ahead.
Oh, there you go. Yep, just real somber. Oh, just pass. He's actually holding Jock and the Ultra Ball. He's ready to go.
Gosh.
Full send.
If it's not in the hand, he's going to make it happen.
Like, oh, man, don't Iona me. I'm just going to rub my forehead real quick. I got nothing, buddy.
Yo, he is acting right now,
that's
Kyle.
right.
You love to see it, playing the mental game. But I don't think that's even going to phase Henry, because Henry's got his game plan down. Unfortunately, does have double Curlia in the prize cards. But as well as, I mean, Earthen Vessel, Iono, but really, those double Curlia might be kind of rough for Henry, but we do have plenty of Ralts, so that's cool.
I mean, he doesn't care about Curlia. He's
I
got
know,
rare
he
candies.
just rare candies in a Gardevoir, whatever.
He's holding a rare candy in his hand already.
Really?
He's thinking about the future. The problem is he has no energies to go along with this, unless he found an Earthen Vessel. I haven't identified all the item cards in the hand just yet, but
that's the key to the puzzle.
We see all the energies hanging out right there, so he'll find them.
They're in there somewhere.
Eventually.
Yes, I mean, those are the pieces that you need. But, I mean, last game, Henry was able to get so many energy so early on into the discard pile. If we don't see that this time around, it could be a little bit difficult, as we've seen in the past from Henry, not getting the utilization of those energies early on. But Radiant Greninja is going to help out. Maybe we could at least get one. Is there even an energy in hand?
I did not see it.
Oh, well, that's rough.
Earthen Vessel is the one card I'm looking out for. I think this turn ends in an Iono. It doesn't matter how Ciaran acts his way through this one. He's
gone. Look, it took a quick look at it there.
Everybody.
Oh, so sad. Tried his best there to keep that hand, but Henry Chao needs a new hand here. And we've got it. What is that? Yo, secret box cracked.
Unreal. Finds a couple energies and the box to go with it.
It literally is cracked. Look at that.
Yeah.
is cracked open there, and it is helping out Henry Chao so much here. Look at that Iono hand. Fresh 6 cards here. We've got the energy there on the Ralts. We've got the Bravery Charm coming down onto the field here for Henry too, but those are some cards you want to see for future turns here for Henry to be able to utilize, and that is fantastic. So.
10. Sign me up for the teleportation burst.
Burst here. Yeah, 10 damage. We're bursting onto the bench as the Ralts there. Radiant Greninja going to join us in the active, and Ciaran Farah going to go with this turn too. Okay, so we saw what was in the hands before the Iono. Now what are we working with? We have a Jet Energy, Lugia V flying into the active position, but that's it. Professor's Research going to discard a whole hunk of resources.
Currently solo chopping at this point.
Oh, yeah. And whoa, we have a Capturing Aroma, but that's it. Oh my gosh, this is huge. Tails. So that means it's going to be a basic Pokemon.
Is there even Lugia V-Star in that hand?
I don't think there is. No, I didn't see any Pokemon in there. We rolled for a basic, though, so got that.
Wow.
Oh, no, there is Lugia.
Oh, it's a little one. And Iron Hands as well. Mesa goes in the hand. It's not the cards you're looking for.
Yeah, you need the other Lugia.
Well,
Got the Minchino for our basic coming out. Oh man, this
could be.
Yo, if that hand had just stayed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was cooking. Mizagoza really would love to see an additional resource, but a decision to be made here.
Oh my
Do you go solo chop or do you read the wind?
Hey, I mean at least
We're
it
reading.
hit. At least it hit at this point, right?
It's
Amazing goes up.
it's Baltimore. We love to read.
Yeah, the city that reads. We are gonna have to read the wind here for Lugia V, but hey, at least we have another Archeops out here for Ciaran, so that's something, but this is definitely not where you want to be, especially when you know your opponent's already gone with a very aggressive strategy in your former game that you just played. Archeop's going to go down here. That's it for that turn.
Oh, the hand didn't get much better.
Oof.
It's crazy how Lugia operates. Sometimes it's got everything it needs, an embarrassment of riches, and sometimes it can't even find an evolution.
Sadness. So sadness. I mean, I feel like we've missed the evolution quite a bit here. And now, of course, a heads roll for Henry Chao off of that Mesagoza. Yeah, you love to see it here if you're Henry. You're just going to take advantage of that for sure. Gardevoir EX coming out now for Henry.
Okay, the secret box is there. Rare candy in hand as well. Plenty of resources to be found on this turn. You have to think that this could end with a knockout on a Lugia V.
Exactly. That is not what you want to see if you're Ciaran Farah here, but secret box, discarding these 3 cards. One of them, Klefki here. Henry going to have to make these other decisions. Monkey Dory going down, as well as a boss's orders. So valuing the rest of the hand more than that. Of course, the rare candy is already in the hand. Super important here for Henry Chao. And we're going to see a supporter, an item card, a tool card, a stadium, thanks to that beautiful secret box.
You even got the ordering right. Look at you.
Actually, yeah.
That was
cool.
impressive.
That was pretty cool. There you go. Well, some of those cards are going to be thrown away real quick here, thanks to that Earthen Vessel, discarding that Technical Machine. 2 energy cards coming out. To Henry Chao, we're worried maybe there would be difficult finding some energy, but he's making it work here. Concealed cards. Discarded right away off this Radiant Greninja. 2 cards, one of them the Scream Tail.
Yeah, looking for maybe a different friend in this case.
Scream Tail.
Wow.
But still a fantastic opening setup.
Exactly.
I don't know if this turns into a knockout exactly, but still really strong.
All right, well, we're going to...
That's the piece.
That is the Iono here. That's the piece. Indeed, Henry Chao going to have a fresh 6 cards now, thanks to that Iono. And
my.
those other cards not needed at the bottom.
He's just cooking.
Wow.
He's finding everything at this stage. Acurlia can continue to draw. Even had a chance to go Rare Candy Gardevoir again. Could just have gone the double, but I like the strategy. Slow down, draw additional resources. You already have one Gardevoir that is clearly going to go unchecked at this point. And if you can draw into a card like that Drifloon, ooh.
Yes, exactly. Ciaran needs to draw into an evolution or a way to get it, to be honest, at this point.
Help.
Henry just running away here with this Gardevoir deck. We already had the energy to be able to pivot out of this Radiant Greninja. We're seeing all of these energy fly onto this Scream Tail. And Kyle, are you gonna get are we gonna get another screech from you?
No.
Aw, letting the audience down here. Ooh. I mean, I guess it was a baby screech here, but hey, that's a knockout.
It was, 3 energy doesn't get the full scream, okay?
Yeah, that's true. That's valid. But hey, that's a knockout. That's a prize card here for Henry and Ciaran. Look at that, Lugia V-Star.
A couple of them.
Yeah, 2.
That'll do. And
that will do.
has the arc yaps to go along with it.
Yeah,
No
we
need
finally got there.
Slow down here. Flip over that V-Star for the game. And at this point, how comfortable are we feeling? can you go for? No, you can't. The legacy is in the prize cards.
Oh,
so
no.
Iron Hands is not going to be thrown around this time.
Yeah, exactly. I totally forgot that not only was Ciaran working against those awkward hands, but also working against those prize cards too.
Just in case. What's that? No pink. Okay.
No pink, no pink. That is the only good thing about, well, not the only good thing, but great thing about ace specs. They're easy to spot in your deck for sure. Ultra Ball, discarding 2 Pokemon here for Ciaran. Going back into the deck, getting out another little mouse, Minccino.
Yeah, a great threat to have. Obviously, it checks that Gardevoir, and it takes a lot more energies to check Gardevoir if you're going to go a different route. If you want to go for the Weird Deer, you're losing every resource in the book.
Exactly. That is something you do usually in the later game to take out a big knockout, take a win. But Professor's Research going to help Ciaran out a bunch here. 7 cards to the hands. Speaking of the book, it's in there. Wow, that's a lot of Ultra Ball here, capturing Aroma. We still have the Mesagoza, which is going to be a heads as well here for Ciaran.
Yeah, it's a 3-2 line of Minccino, so there's even an opportunity to bench the second one and guarantee that you have a Cinccino to follow along.
2-2, I think.
We were lied to.
Yeah, I was about to say, well, it was corrected, but then you already said it, Kyle.
All right.
2-2 line, but yeah, still has that option there for Ciaran. Alrighty. Just looking at the hand still here, but it's just going to be that Tempest Dive, taking out that easy knockout on that Scream Tail. Hit a lot of damage, was pretty weak, easy for Ciaran to take out. It's only 1 prize card. At least that Mesagoza is off the field now, thanks to that move as well, discarding it. So Henry can't utilize that once again, which honestly helped quite a bit in the last turn. But we're going to see where Henry goes now. Curlia in the active position, ready to refine.
And you start to count those psychic energies and contemplate, all right, what's the reach here? Can you incorporate the Drifloon plus the Bravery Charm, start to take big knockouts on Pokemon like that Lugia? Or is it going to be another slow approach? Do you have to maybe knock out a Minccino once more and start to recycle some of these Pokemon with the Super Rod?
Exactly. Well, yeah, that Super Rod's going to be played, recycling those Pokemon. That's what Henry Chao's going to choose to do here to kick off this turn. It's our first action.
I forget what side your deck is on.
Yeah, I'm left. You had it right. No.
Okay, my bad.
Almost put the deck on the other side of the field. All right, well, we're rolling here now. Concealed cards, 2 cards. Refinement, discarding a Curlia there from Henry. But we got another one. It's going down. We're going to refine once again here for Henry. Here's a quick look at the hand as well. We got the Scream Tail. We got the Drifloon. We got 2 Bravery Charms. We're going to utilize this Hisuian Heavy Ball as well. Take a look at these prize cards. Grab a basic if it's in there. Trade it out. I don't think it was in there, though.
Nothing to look for there. It's just identify as, all right, well,
here's my prizes.
Counter catcher. There's some things to look forward to. But we still got to take those prize cards. And it's tough sledding still.
Yep, that is a nice part of the Hisuian Heavy Ball. You do get a nice quick look at your prize cards, which is great to have. Get that information for the later turns of the game that Henry Chao made sure to notate. Putting those back out onto the field, though. Just definitely making sure to use these cards. Yes, he can. Ooh, yeah, still has the supportive return.
5 psychic energy. Just one more there. It's so awkward to see the one that's stuck on the Gardevoir at this point. He used teleportation burst to buy a little time, sprinkle it in, but that energy, you kind of want access to it in spots like this.
Yeah, that is definitely a strategy we've seen people play against our Gardevoir players. If they can stick all the energy on the board and it's kind of awkward and they don't have access to other attackers because of it, can definitely put them in a pickle, that is for sure. But Henry Chao still going through this turn here. I believe he saw, was that a Pokegear? What was that? No, Palpad.
There's so much going on here
Yeah,
in this
there
spot. The important piece is Drifloon has the charm, is ready to go.
And we've had that for a while here.
Retreating, and all the psychic energies can help out here now.
Help out, yeah, that's definitely an understatement here, Kyle. I mean, they are carrying some weight here. Drifloon coming up into the active, balloon blasting its way to a knockout on this Lugia V-Star. 2 prize cards down. Ciaran being left to have to promote into this Archeops. Gonna see the draw for turn, but where's the hands looking? At least we got a lot of cards to work with.
You say the hands, and I just get sad thinking about Iron Hands.
Iron
It's
Hand.
not an option so often. That is the check mark that you use. You knock this Pokemon out, you take those additional prize cards.
Sadness.
You can take a knockout here. You have the Archeops loaded up for the Speed Wing. You're not getting much done. This single prize only gets you to 4 prizes remaining. Henry's got a clear advantage and has not had to use too many resources to get the job done just yet.
That's precisely it. I mean, Henry has just played this once again so well here, drawing tons of cards, playing it flawlessly, and putting Ciaran in this difficult position here. We've seen the speed wings coming down, but then you're also losing your ability to accelerate energy. So sad seeing that nice pink card stuck in the prize cards for Ciaran as well, but Primal Turbo is going to be able to still be utilized this turn to get some more energy onto that Minccino and charge it up for later. Double Turbo as the attachment for turn onto Lugia V-Star.
So many energies used, and what do you have to show
For
for it?
Yeah.
Not
what for?
much.
1 prize card, I guess.
Yeah, it just has not turned into anything on that
Poor
side.
Ciaran.
And yeah, you have the Iono. You slow down Henry a little bit, maybe, but he's set up so perfectly. Has the double refinement ready to go. Finds a Professor's Research off the 3 cards.
Gosh, Ciaran. That is just rough here. Things not going in his favor. Not only that, but he is down a game right now. Like you said, Kyle, Henry has the significant lead here, the significant edge on this game. Ultra Ball going to be utilized here from Ciaran. Thin out even more here from the deck. Do still have that buck.
You can fear the deer. It just doesn't line up. You have to knock this Pokemon out with just the simple single prizer, and you're still not providing enough of a threat. You're not advancing. You're not finding Iron Hand.
Yeah, you're just responding at this point as Ciaran Farah. You are responding to the bullet train that is Henry Chao at this point.
Yes,
you're
truly.
taking a prize card. You're wiping that extremely dangerous Pokemon that just hit you for a lot of damage, took out your Lugia V-Star off the board. But that is it, as you said, Kyle, not advancing. Henry Chao is in complete control of this game here right now. Gardevoir EX in the active position now. And Henry Chao's looking like he's having a great time.
Yeah, you can't write up a better hand. Just throws down discarded, has Psychic, Dark Energy, Monkey Dory, draw 7 after Iono to 3.
Sheesh.
That leads right into Night Stretcher. There's everything going on here.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely something Henry does not lack is the draw support here. And we're about to see even more of that, drawing even more cards. 2 supporters to the hand off that first refinement on that Curlia on the bench. This is just brutal at this point.
Honestly.
This is brutal.
What do you do here as Ciaran? It seems like Henry has the potential to play down another Screamtail, target down, snipe a Cinccino, and you're in a world of pain. He could slow down and attack with anything that probably isn't Gardevoir and still be pretty fine. What is the decision here?
Exactly. It seems like there's still so many resources left. Taking a quick count of the energy as well. They're in the discard pile. Plenty in there for Henry Chao. It's like just playing out the hand even more. Ultra Ball discarding 2 more cards. Going down.
Just a little
In and out.
scream. Just a little scream.
Yeah, a little baby scream.
Nothing crazy.
Little scream tail joining the bench. That's a full bench. Henry Chao's cruising.
Ciaran just
Yeah.
trying to think
Ciaran
his way out of this
Ciaran
one.
is crying right now.
Yeah, honestly, what do you do from this spot?
So sad.
Your opponent's just flying through, damaging their Pokemon left and right, and there's nothing you can do about it. So many other decks have this checked. They have the Dragapult, and they're throwing damage counters all over the place. They're sniping, they're spreading, they're doing whatever they can, taking those multiple knockouts.
Have all the answers.
The only thing that you have is Iron Hands to try to combat this,
don't.
and you don't.
You don't have it. You know, Henry Chao's over here drawing an infinite amount of cards. Ciaran Farah's over here wishing he just had 1 pink card.
Can I just go?
And it's not there.
I just want to play Pokemon. I've watched you play this turn for like
Yeah.
6 minutes, and it
It's been
hurts.
a while. It's been a while, but
hey.
look at that. Even avoiding that gift energy, the Scream Tail taking down that Archeops on the bench there. 150 HP, easy here from that Scream Tail. Single prize card Pokemon. Henry Chao's down to 2 prize cards in this game 2 here. Masters Finals. Ciaran Farah still's got a smile on his face, but it is not portraying how this game is going for Ciaran.
Right. Henry looks like he's going through it. In reality, I think it's
the
just
opposite.
sinking in that he's getting very close to
To a
being
dub.
the victor here. It's up to Ciaran to find some semblance of a comeback. Easy knockouts, but that's not the problem.
Yep.
The problem is you don't have much of a hand. Your opponent is seeing every resource possible, and the only way to slow them down is to avoid them finding a basic Pokemon to help out each turn. And he draws 5 cards a turn. He's gonna find something.
The issue is you're behind, and you are very far behind, unfortunately, here for Ciaran. So even though, you know, he's going to bring out all stops, he's going to do everything possible.
This is
There's
the
really
way.
not much you can do, but that is the way. Boss's orders, bringing up this Gardevoir EX. That is what Ciaran can do here. Special roll coming up here from this Chinchino. It's been lined up this entire game, energy after energy, and now it's finally coming into play, taking a knockout on that Gardevoir EX. So that's all Ciaran can do here. Down to 2 prize cards, but Henry Chao has this turn.
Psychic. Sure.
Finds the psychic energy.
Oh, wow. Look at that. What is that, 4 cards in the deck?
Okay.
4
Discards this card
cards.
away. Is there a Turo Drifloon strategy? Is there something there to go for?
Refinement.
That's going to throw away everything.
I was about to
looks
say, the deck is gone.
Oh,
so
yeah.
There's a
oh,
strategy
yeah.
here, Kyle.
I think the writing's going to be on the wall here. We're locking it up.
I'll go
Professor Turo, you can pick up the cards. And what, are we not
Scratcher.
going for the Screamtail strat?
Dark.
Oh, he's going for
Oh,
the he's
there
going
we
for the
go.
double monkey push.
Double monkey push. I mean, that's probably the coolest way you could do this.
All right.
I cannot believe that. Henry Chao here taking things down in Baltimore with Gardevoir EX. Taking a 2-0 victory against Ciaran Farah. Had multiple outs there at the end of that game. Used every single card in the deck to get to that win. And we have it here. Our champion of Baltimore.
Yeah, what a way to close things out here. Gardevoir, an aggressive variant. Rare candies, throwing energies around left and right. The secret box
Yeah, that's
of
wild.
all A-specs to get the job done. And has a path to victory, finds it so well, taking down multiple Lugia and truly finishing this tournament undefeated is quite an accomplishment.
I know, I was just shocked there at the end of what we just saw. I mean, we were talking about how difficult this could potentially be, but no, it wasn't difficult at all here for Henry Chao. You saw the lines nice and early on. This was our game 1. The aggression was there from early. We saw the rare candy into the Gardevoir EX. We got these attackers off nice and early here. Ciaran even had the Iron Hands EX to respond to these strategies from Henry, take some additional prize cards, but Henry had the answers straight away here. We saw so many cards being drawn into, so many huge knockouts back and forth, had the lead the whole time. And Ciaran was just not able to keep up in this game 1 between our players.
Yeah, it's so difficult when you don't have access to that Iron Hands early on in the game, and if it gets checked at any point, you're going to slow down. You need those 4 prize cards early on, and Henry's just going to keep rare candy and Gardevoirs left and right. You have no chance. Finds that Drifloon, takes a big knockout there on the Lugia, and I think from this point, Ciaran kind of knew what his fate was, but he has to keep on fighting. Prize cards falling, goes for the strategy to avoid activating gift energy, and it just led to a spot where Ciaran's just misusing his resources trying to stay in this game. And what a crazy way to close out
wild.
here. Just throw down the Monkey Dory strat a few times, push the energy, and you're good.
Yep, exactly. 2 prize cards left to take there, and Henry Chao got there. That Scream Tail, huge being utilized there, and you saw the big breath after taking that win here in our Masters Finals at Baltimore, kicking off our 2025 season for our Pokemon Regional Championship circuit. Henry Chao is going to be our very first winner. Nice and proud on our graphic that we're going to see. Baltimore is now Gardevoir's territory.
I guess you can have it now. The storylines in shambles. Canada not taking that opener there, but for Henry to have
Your
that opportunity.
storyline, Kyle.
I mean, a lot of people are following.
Yeah,
Canada,
that's true.
Let's be real. For Henry, what a great spot, not only to build on that performance at the North American International Championships, but I mean, he came back after 10 years of a hiatus, and he has showed off that he not only knows how to play this deck flawlessly, but he can maneuver his way through major events and really not show any issues.
Exactly. Yeah, Henry Chao, I mean, that was incredible. And wait, that also means not a single game lost.
Yeah, undefeated.
Not a single game lost here
Pretty
in Baltimore. Good. Only ties and only wins here. That's how you do it if you're Henry Chao. And guess what? That's what led to a victory. First place, $10,000, a gold Pikachu around your neck. That's got to feel pretty nice.
And as for Ciaran, fantastic run there. Obviously, it's great to see that you made it all the way through to the finals. I think this is probably better for me, honestly. If he won now, maybe he lacks the motivation to go and continue to win. I need him to build on this performance.
That's true.
Find his way back to this spot.
He can only go up from here.
He was looking for the finals result. He had the top 8s, the top 4s. He's got the finals. Now we're looking for champion. We'll be keeping our eye on you, mister.
Yeah, regional champion, the coveted title for sure. Let's take a look at how we got there, Kyle. Because this has been quite the event. Our players definitely brought some spice here to Baltimore. We saw a lot of crazy decks out there, and let's look at how it all shaped up.
Yep, our final standings. Henry Chao on top, Gardevoir EX of all decks. I think we were surprised by a few of the decks that made it to our top 8 here. Emmett Hurley with a fantastic run, 3rd place with that Roaring Moon. Nolan with the Cornerstone Control deck that we heard a lot of whispers about coming into this tournament, and it definitely showed us that, all right, we maybe it's not just thorns. There's a couple other cool ways to make your opponent cry.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's definitely a strategy when you see a meta that has been ironed out nice and tidy. Nolan Randall came in there and spiced it up with that Cornerstone Control. So cool to see on the stream for sure. But yeah, we had a lot of Canadians here in our finals, and we were hoping that maybe one would take it down. Andrew Estrada, of course, in our previous season, taking that championship, but Ciaran Farah just falling a bit short there from Henry Chao, but still tons of great competitors. Of course, Ian Robb, Rahul Reddy, familiar faces that just came from the World Championships with incredible placements, top 8 and 9 as well. And then Rowan Stavino as well that we saw, Reggie Drago V-Star, another one of those players operating a very powerful deck. There was 2 of them in our top 8 here in Baltimore, but they were taking the 7th and 8th spots here.
Of course, Henry not our only winner at this Baltimore Regional Championship. We